Hey guys, how's it going? It's the real Tony Stark back once again with yet another video. This time I'm coming back to you guys to do The Last of Us episode 6, which premiered this past Sunday night on the 19th of February. I watched it on the Monday night. I tried staying awake to watch it on the Sunday night, but ended up falling asleep and just giving up on it. So I ended up watching it on the Monday night. And guys, I really enjoyed this episode. As the time of recording of this video, it is currently Friday the 24th of February 2023. We are back to review The Last of Us episode 6. Now this episode was a really good episode. It was started off with the 3 months later past the end of the last episode in the snowy mountains of Colorado, where it's shown our protagonists, Ellie and Joel, where they go next, and end up bumping in and finally finding Tommy along with this new civilization that he's made himself a part of, who they say is a part of a communism. And I really enjoyed this episode. I think this episode was one of my favourites yet, just for Pedro's acting as Joel alone. He had so much raw emotion in this scene, especially whenever he was talking to Tommy in the workshop about how Ellie got bit and how she's immune to the virus, and how he's seen what it did to Tess a couple of episodes back, how it basically overtook her entire body in a couple of minutes, and she's been immune to this virus for, I believe it's about 3 months at this point, maybe 3 years. It's one or the other. It's either 3 months or 3 years. And he says, Tommy, this is no joke. She could be the cure to saving us all. And this is a very heart-wrenching episode between Ellie and Joel, because this is the one where he thinks that he is Ellie's best interest at heart, and basically says, look, I'm leaving you to fend for yourself here. I think you'll have a better life with Tommy in this community than I could ever give you. And then he's overridden by guilt, much like he is in the game, and he decides to then give Ellie the choice to stay with Tommy or go with him. And without hesitation, she goes with him. And this episode, by the way, is the prelude before David appears. I believe he's going to be in either this week's, if not next week's episode. He's the main antagonist of the first and second game. I don't actually, no, actually, I don't think he was in the second game. Sorry, I meant to say the DLC. From what I know so far, they've said the next episode is going to be based on the Left Behind DLC between Riley and Ellie's friendship, and it's going to probably be one of them episodes where it flashes from the past back to the present, and the episode's probably going to end with them encountering David and show you how she ends up getting kidnapped and Joel comes to rescue her, leading up to the big grand finale in the hospital, which I'm not going to spoil because I'm sure all the people who have already played the game know what I'm talking about. And for all you people who haven't played the game, please play the game. It is such an amazing game. I loved this episode. Gabriel Luna as Tommy was such an amazing casting choice. I absolutely love him in the role. I thought anytime him and Joel were on screen together, was just it was just perfect. There's nothing else I can really say about that. Just any time you could feel them on screen together, the raw emotion of what they were saying was there. The scene in particular that I was talking about earlier with Pedro in the workshop, he deserves an Oscar, a BAFTA. He deserves something for that scene. He can't go unrecognised because he acted his ass off in that scene, and a lot of people doubted him, and I'll not lie, that included myself, that he would be able to pull it off as Joel. And I'm so happy and proud to say that he has proved me so wrong. He has been the perfect embodiment of Joel since this series started about 5 to 6 weeks ago. And can we also talk about how, leading up to this point, Ellie didn't know about Sarah's death, and she basically, they had a wee mural up. They had a wee mural up for Sarah, and I thought that was amazing how they had the mural up for Sarah. And at the time, until they talked about it, one of the leaders of the group talked to Ellie about it. She didn't know that that was Joel's daughter, and she basically tried to use that against him. She said in the room, if you're going to leave me, why don't you just go and leave me? I know you had a daughter, Joel. And he was like, you shut your mouth right now. You don't ever speak about my daughter. And she's like, she basically says, Joel, I know what it means to lose someone you love. And Joel basically says, you have no idea what it means to watch someone you love die right in front of your eyes. And basically what happens is, then Sarah, then Ellie has a very heartfelt moment where she says, everyone I've ever loved for, everyone I've ever cared for has ended up leaving me. And you were the only one I could trust, Joel, and you're leaving me too. That's why whenever the choice presented itself, she stuck to her guns. She stuck with Joel. The episode ended with them going to some type of, I believe it was bandit camp or something. They ended up encountering David's men, and Joel ended up getting stabbed in the chest with one of them dagger-like things like he did in the game, and the episode ended up ending with him fainting and falling off his horse, and Ellie basically saying, Joel, I need you to get up. I can't do this without you. I don't know what I'm doing without you. And this is going to lead up through the flashbacks of the Left Behind DLC episode, and then I'm assuming that the end of the next episode is going to show you how Ellie gets kidnapped by David, then leading into the last couple of episodes about how Joel rescues her, and then the big grand finale, which anyone who has played the game knows what I'm talking about. So yeah, guys, overall, this and the last three episodes have been really good, but just for Pedro's acting and even Bella Ramsey's acting in this episode, it has been my favourite episode so far. There was so much storytelling and progression of the story in this episode that I really enjoyed. And in the past couple of days, they've even noticed that they had a thing similar to Game of Thrones in this episode, where they had it where they had a thing similar to Game of Thrones in this episode with a Starbucks cup, where some Hawkeye slash eagle-eyed fan spotted that in the snowy mountains there was a shot you could actually see the film crew, and they actually paused it at the exact moment you could see them. So that was just a funny little blunder I thought was worth mentioning. But overall, I'm really enjoying the show. I'm really enjoying everything the show's presented to us, given to us. I'm really looking forward to the last three episodes before it ends now on, I believe, the 12th of March, I believe. So it's got another 2 or 3 weeks left. Episode 7, 8, and 9. Obviously, this week, episode 7 is on the 26th, and the following is on the 5th of March, I believe. So that means the big grand finale will be on the 12th. So there's only another few weeks left, guys. I'll be back to review them episodes as well. And it's been confirmed for season 2, which will be based on the game as well, which I am so not ready for. Somebody who played through The Last of Us Part 2, I'm not ready to see all that happened in live action. For all you people that played it, you'll know what I mean. All you people who haven't played it, go play it. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope these little reviews that I do help make up your mind whether to watch the series if you're a fan of the games or not. Even if you're watching it as a casual fan, I hope it helps make your mind up. So yeah, thank you guys as always for watching. I'll be back next week to review episode 7 at some point. So thank you guys as always for watching. I've been your host with the most, the real Tony Stark. And as always, much love, guys. I've been your boy, the real Tony Stark. Peace out.